This video is looking at peas, Princess in the Pea in the Pea Pod. How unique my flower is, in other words, my personal parts, for people that have stolen my therapy after my left ovary was cut. So I'm going to prepare an Audible. So my ovary was cut in 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago, exactly. And so I have only one ovary because I was forced on contraception since I was very young. I think I was age 15, 16, 17, 18. And so in accordance to the human worship of my Portuguese John Rodrigues, he intended for us to be a newly wedded couple and for us to be engaged immediately, but his mother got in the way. She'd be behind my back, and they started talking behind my back, and we wasn't newly wedded, and we were engaged for 4 years in accordance to my history. And what happened? He lost his virginity to me, and I lost my virginity to him. That's the word. In being prescribed contraceptives, always on my left side. And so I genetically inherited from my mother's side. She's blonde or fair-haired and green eyes, just like these peas green. So I inherited this polycystic ovary, which grew into a grapefruit size and melon size. And so it hurt me every time I had to go and pee or urinate. And I couldn't dance and do normal things. And so it was discovered when I had an MRI scan. And they plucked it out with pinhole surgery at the right time, at the right place, at the heart of my womb, which is on the left side. And it was the time while I was single when I had that operation. And I abstained from any sexual activities for about 16 years in total, plus, because I don't include the year that I was pregnant with my one and only daughter. When I was pregnant, backdated to 2004. So it's now 2022, backdated to 2004, and my operation was in 2015. So to the point, on point, is I was just sent home, and they didn't carry any follow-up appointments until about, I think it was about 5 years after my surgery that they did an internal investigation of my womb, and they said I was fine, and I had less pain and from the ovary pushing onto my bladder, and the importance of my woman's health is very special to me, because as a woman I am more frail and fragile compared to a man unable to carry anything heavy. And if I was working in a working force, there are rules and regulations that don't consider gender, particularly women who have had an operation from their private parts. And we have to follow instructions at the working place, such as when I was working at a retail store. I had to do a lot of heavy lifting and stocking shelves and going on a till, going on reception. And so I am not prepared if in future I have to find another work that is not suitable for either my fragile spine or my fragile body as a woman. Or a man, for instance, who had his balls or testicles cut off. He would have to take manner of precautions for any work that he's doing. So after I had an internal scan, I had to shave my pubic hair because I could not see, or I could not bend with my sensitive spine. I have very sore spine. I couldn't bend and I couldn't use a mirror. So I used my phone. And I was learning about my vagina and how it looks like. I have never seen it without any hair before. And I properly trimmed the hair so I looked like a little girl. So I wanted to learn about my scar afterwards and how it looked like. And the important point is that it was my therapy. It was logged into the Google account and it had proper markings on it. Page 1, page 2, page 3 to stress out the important points. I decorated some of them in my rightful place to restore the picture and to restore the presence. So 2 things, the actual photograph, which is material, and the presence that God was with me. And that was stolen from me by probably Children's Social Services authorities. However, I have no evidence of that in connection to my daughter, who is, I only have one, I don't have any other children, who I believe had been unlawfully taken away from me. So to return the curse on me and the condemnation on me is to accuse me of not locking up my private, personal videos. And I found that very distressing that I don't have a boyfriend. I only had my daughter's dad, who died 12 years ago. And I didn't have a boyfriend or fiancé that I could have. The Women's Centre for Information Technology doesn't teach anything about added security and original money that they want now for extra security on the internet that I didn't have. And my intention was to be able to use my Google account freely and share other things on Facebook or on YouTube without my privacy being breached in any way, and just move my files around and things like that, not knowing that I had a bug. I was infested with bugs of someone who was abusing their positions of power in connection to my daughter. And so, of course, they're bullying me in this way, that I couldn't rest, I couldn't recover from my surgery, and I couldn't feel that I was special, because the perversity of that hacking system had caused me a lot of distress that I haven't done anything since. I haven't done anything since the last internal examination, where I don't feel I could trust in any way. So leaning on someone that I can trust and learning something from someone that I can trust is very important to me. And including any operation or internal body examination. And this is only possible for capitalists, for those that are in fact financially established and in the employed category. Those who are unemployed category or crippled and disabled are less important automatically, and they're confronted by a power powerful, cruel individuals that will not allow me to recover or to return anything that they have stolen from me. So in the middle of this chaos and me recovering from major surgery of my ovary being cut, it was as if I felt punished for adultery I had ever had in my total life of 40 years plus. 2 men I had intimate sexual relations with, full sex. One of which was John Roderick's, who is alive, and the other one was my daughter's dad, who is dead 12 years ago. And so it's important that God cures me and I stop talking like I am John Roderick's virgin, because I'm not John Roderick's virgin.